Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. May profits be upon you. Even in my good mornings. All right. Let me get on the in the chat here. Hey, Bill. Always first, man. Thank you. May profits be upon you. All right. All right. Let me pop this thing out. Bill, I want you to make sure you make note that I don't have an extended prep period this morning while I try and get the tube down. I'm trying to show improvements. Okay. Um, let me reduce this. Let me reduce that, and we'll see what we get here. Okay. All right. Uh, the first thing I want to do is let's get to the live markets, right? Because the markets are live right now, but I want to give a quick breakdown of Euro USD just to start this thing off, and then I'll greet everybody as they come in. All right, hey, Craig, may profits be upon you. Um, let me see. Let's start with the daily on Euro USD. Let me close this real quick. All right. The print is not important because I'll walk you through it. All right. Okay. What do we want to notice? Let me get rid of these. Okay. And you too. All right. The first thing we want to notice is that where we are in the structure, right? Right here. All right. This is our current price location. We have the range here, the daily range of the high and low of the trading range. And this is the middle, and we're at the middle of this trading range. This is not the greatest place to look for buys and sells and whatnot. Hey, Brandon Lee, good morning. Um, so I want to make sure we understand that. All right, this is not the greatest place. In the middle of a range is not the greatest place to look for a a trade. However, you know, on an intraday basis, on a day trading basis, yeah, there's going to be opportunity, but we need to know where we are in the structure. We're in the middle. Okay, price has broken structure to the upside here. All right, taking out that high. That is a swing high, swing low, and then price turns bullish. Sorry, then price turns bullish on the internal structure. In the internal structure, as soon as it turns inside the trading range, it's internal now. All right, and we made a series of higher highs and higher lows. All right, we pulled back, thinking that price pulled back into the premium section. This is the discount section. We pulled back into discount, thinking that we may be heading towards taking that low out to make the lower low. That didn't happen. We instead break that market structure to the upside. So we have a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high. All right. And that is just telling you that the internal structure is bullish and that we pulled back into premium price where you want to take shorts as opposed to taking longs in discount. All right. Price is at the point where this has to hold. This is the lower high, the swing lower high. Very important. If price breaks this high, then the the overall downtrend is over. It's done. This overall downtrend is done, and price the market is switched from bearish momentum to bullish momentum, and that we can expect the price to continue higher. All right, so this high has to hold. This is the strong swing high. It's strong because it broke structure to the downside. All right, that's the job of a high, to break the low. All right, so far, this the supply made from that strong high is holding, and we see the reaction so far. Now we have a nice reaction, but we haven't broken structure to the downside yet. So that makes us that's letting you know buys are in order here, because we have a break of structure here to the upside. Buys are in order, right? But we can see that the order flow has turned bearish. So sells are also permitted on the lower time frames. It may be a little confusing to some, but you're looking for clean setups. All right. You want to know where you are in the structure. Again, we are in the middle of this trading range, and we can look for both buys and sells here. The internal structure is bullish, but the order flow has turned bearish. And we want to be careful taking uh, buys in premium price, because there's potential for price to make a higher high, right? We want to be careful taking sells here, because price could hit a demand zone and continue higher. All right. There's that potential because of this break of market structure here. There's that potential that price could just continue that bullish internal structure to the upside. But because we had a very nice reaction from that supply, which must hold, we can look for, it's okay, it's permitted to look for supply, uh, supply zones, supply setups, sells that we can take to the next opposing demand zone. These are short term sells that we're looking for. You understand? Just be careful, because we're in the middle of a range. I don't want to give you confusing uh, 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 instruction here, because you can look out for both buys and sells. There's opportunities for both, but know that the prevailing structure is bullish. The internal structure is bullish until we break this low. Okay, so definitely buys are in order, but the opportunities to take sells is there because of the bearish order flow, the rejection from the 4 hour zone. So if you see a clean setup at a supply, uh, it's permitted to take down to the next opposing demand zone. I hope that's clear. Let's move on to the weekly, not the weekly, the 4 hour. Okay, things get, as we go down in uh, the time zones, things become much clearer. All right, I want to make sure that you guys are not getting a crazy message from me. All right, let me. Can I get some options to drop here? What's the problem? Why won't it open up? Okay, that's a little crazy. I don't know what just happened there. All right. Okay. All right. Now on the 4 hour, what do we have? Oh, well, there's a 4 hour flip here, right? I want to get very specific, because it's 8:15. We're already 15 minutes into uh, the uh, the session. Okay, if I can just get in here. give you a closer view. Again, we have this bearish order flow, right? We have a change of character, but we don't have a break of market structure yet. That would come down here. A swing, at the swing structure, that's when we know that this up move, this bullish up move is over. All right, we have the indication that uh, the market is shifting here with that change of character after the reaction to the 4 hour. But just understand, there's more. The swing structure being broken to the upside is telling us this market, the internal structure is bullish, and until we get an equal uh, internal break of structure, which would come here to the downside, that would tell us that this up move is over and that sells are what we need to be focusing on. Now, but we do have a change of character, a bearish change of character here. So we can look for opportunities to take sells. That is permitted with bearish order flow. Got it? Okay. So we are in premium price. We have to be careful. We want to take sells from here. Now, you see how we had a break of structure, or a fractal break of structure here, and a pullback. This here is a response to this demand zone. So we have a flip situation developing here, right? The safer bet, listen to me, the safer bet is to wait until demand fails and pulls back to the to the supply that is responsible for that fail. All right, the breaking, the violation, so we can take a higher probability trade to the downside. That you want to wait till supply, I mean, you want to wait until demand fails before you take buys, right? Now, you can look at here and say, all right, there was demand here that was violated. All right. You're waiting for the pullback, the return to impulse, because that's what's happening here. And you want to look for sells. I was trying to get live. I was trying to get live before that candle showed up, so that we can take that thing. But I did post the analysis before that candle showed up in the chat. So go check my the section where you see I post analysis. Okay. I thought this would be a great place to look for sells, and it still can be. All right. We'll take a look at it on the lower time frames. All right. But I'm looking for I think good sells can come from this area. All right. Just remember, we are responding to the 4 hour demand here. Boom, boom, right? As price digs into this demand, I'm looking for a sell to go into as price is responding, reacting to that supply, excuse me, into the lower part of the trading range, which is discount. This is where I want to take my sells, and I'm looking at this area here as the one of the last areas to take a sell into discount as price makes its way down in there. Now we may see if the market is intends to stay bearish, the order flow intends to stay bearish. We may see some reactions to demand like we're seeing right now. But I'm thinking that these reactions may just be to facilitate just pullbacks, and then giving us an opportunity to take another sell from a demand zone, a valid demand zone. I mean, a supply zone. I'm sorry, from a valid supply zone down further. If price intends to stay bearish with its order flow, the reactions to demand may just be to facilitate pullbacks to supply, where we can take another shorting opportunity, to sell, right? But we want to be mindful. We haven't had that structure break yet to confirm bearish order flow, the bearish nature of this internal structure yet. So be mindful that these demands could lead to that high being taken out. because we have a bullish break of internal structure. So it's about knowing where you are in the structure. What is the prevailing trend? What is the prevailing order flow? All right. And, you can get these things mixed up if you're looking for both buys and sells. You're looking for clean buys and sells. You want to know that if I'm taking a sell, it is counter to the internal structure. This is a counter trend trade. All right. Yeah, the overall trend is bearish, but the internal is bullish. And that each demand zone could take it higher. As we make a higher high, higher low, higher high, we could be making a higher low somewhere around here to make a higher high. That's the potential. All right. We have, on the other hand, we have a bearish reaction to a higher time frame supply. This is 4 hour supply up here, and the order flow has obviously switched. So we have a change of character to the downside. All right, but this would mark the actual internal break of structure that would negate this bullish internal break of structure here. All right. And that's when we would confirm the bearish order flow. But right now, you can look for both. And we are in the middle of the trading range. All right. This is a dangerous place to take a position unless it is clean. You only want to take the cleanest setups when you're in the middle of the range. All right. Or avoid it. Wait until we get to an edge, the top of the range or the bottom of the range. But if the clean, for me, if the setup is clean, if it's a clean setup, I want to take it. I don't want to take a sell on the lower time frames unless there is a 15-minute break of market structure. I don't want to take a chalk or a change of character entry for sells as long as the last internal break of structure was bullish. That would be it would be a counter trend trade. So with counter trend trades, I want to make sure I have a break of structure to the downside for a confirmation entry. When I'm going with the flow of traffic, when I'm going with the trend, I can take a change of character entry because I have the wind to my back. I don't have that with a bearish scenario, with a selling scenario in a bullish uh, internal structure environment. You understand? So I'm hoping that you understand the difference in what we're talking about here. One is counter trend, the other one is pro trend. I want to you want to the pro trend trades have the wind to your back. So that's what I'm looking at right here on this 4 hour, right? Let's take a look at the 15. I'm sorry to get all complicated and whatnot for you, but I'm giving you the best analysis I possibly can, and I'm trying to be as clear with it as I possibly can. Okay. All right. Before I start, let me say hi. Lock Ron, Grand Rising, my man. May profits be upon you. Leslie, always good to see you. All right. Thank you for showing. Bill, good news. ADP plus. All right. News just dropped at 8:15. That's right. Look, doggone it. I should have. Should have been the first thing I mentioned. Forgive me if you can give me a pass. Okay. Please do not forget to smash the like button. Thank you very much, Leslie. You are awesome. All right, today's Wednesday. Look at the times, right? 8:15. We just like my man said, just like Leslie said, 8:15 there was news. All right, we had ADP, and that came in better than expected. All right, and if you ever have a question of, well, how does that affect the market, or how does that affect U.S. dollar? Just click on it on the my FX book area. You want to just click on it and say and see a higher than expect. Come on, man. A higher than expected figure should be seen as positive or bullish for the US dollar, while a negative figure would be bearish. Okay? So don't be confused. All right? We had a higher than expected figure at 239. So, you know, uh, that should be seen as bullish for the US dollar. Got it? Okay. So let me get rid of this. How did that get back here? I don't understand. All right. So that's it. So we can see that reaction here, right? On the 15 minute. Let me get rid of this. Copy. All right. You too. Thank you very much. Hi. All right. We're going to go through some of this. Now, what you can see here is that zone I had marked out on the 4 hour. All right. This is that flip area. This is the flip area. We see the reaction pushed up. We're seeing again the reaction to the 4 hour demand, and we see the bullish reaction. Okay, very good. All right, what are we looking for? You see how price is consolidating here, right? And I was looking at this area. If you saw my analysis this morning, I was looking at this area for a possible, uh, you know, uh, you know, or entry model here, right? Because we have the pull up to make the high, a pullback, a break of that high. So we have a higher high, and then I was looking for this low to be broken. Well, we didn't get a break and close below it, which would signal to me a strong indication that price is going to continue lower. All right. But we did get a change of character. And what do we do as soon as we get a change of character? We come up here and we mark the supply, which I did mark. Price did come up to the supply, and the supply held thus far. But this move up, this bullish reaction here, is coming after the news. All right, this is the area I would be looking for a move to the downside. All right. Let me see. Can I get something here? Let me get that here. Hold on. All right. What are you saying here? Oh man, who's spamming up? Hey, you got to get rid of this, uh, 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 Leslie. Just next them, because that's ridiculous. I'm gonna report this. I'm gonna report this person. And Omega, what the heck, man? Just right click on them and remove them, and that's it. Spamming up my thing. What is this about, man? Uh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So sorry about that interruption there. So this is the area I would be looking for a lower time frame shorting opportunity. I think there may be some supply here that we can take advantage of. Okay. Um, let's see. Thank you, Leslie. Let me go down to the 1 minute and see if our price will give an opportunity here. You see how we get the change of character down there from the 15-minute change of character, but on the lower time frame, it may be a break of structure. So I'm watching to see what the reaction is here as price uh, pushes up. If price holds, if price holds, all right, because we are in the supply. We are actually in the supply. The supply starts here. We are actually in the supply. I'm looking at the more refined area here. All right. looking at this more refined area here, but we're getting that reaction here, and I'm thinking if price continues like this, we may have. I would suggest anyway and remember, I'm not a financial expert, all right, but I think we have a situation where we can get a 5 hour trade out of that zone. We have a 4 point. Yeah, look at that. It's already starting to have a. I don't like this candle. Uh, we already have a nice thing going here. So let's look. You see how price is rejecting, all right? This candle this candle may signal uh, price may want to continue down lower, but it's a near miss on the what do you call that? On the reaction, it's a near miss. We may see price come back up here, we may not, but I would suggest looking at this area, for a shorting opportunity, because I think this is a definitely an area to from here. We may see price want to come down here. Hope everybody can see that as well as I can, and I hope you get in. Uh, but I think that's a good area to look for shorts, if you can get in now, and just be tolerable of just make sure you have a good stop loss. Make sure your stop loss is above here, because you don't know. Some people are going to put their stop loss above that candle, and that's fine. That's a little more aggressive because price has already reacted there. But I would uh, if you think that you may be too late to catch this, I'm telling you right now, it's still early in the leg. All right, but I think that price may come back up here because it was a near miss on the extreme of this zone, the upper half, right? So I'm thinking that there's an opportunity there. If price is going to continue bearishly, if I go ahead and put mine on, that's where I would be waiting for, right? We'll see what happens there. All right. But if you're jumping in now, if you're jumping in, you know, uh, be mindful. Be mindful what time it is. All right, and uh, that news is coming. And got in before you started for us. So, Bill, good job. I'm over here yakking away and stuff. All right, so just watch your price action and all, and because this reaction was pretty nice. We got a little bullish engulfer here. Price may want to sweep that high and mitigate the zone a little higher. That's the way I like to see it. And uh, you don't want to. You want to make sure you have a safe stop loss. What is a safe stop loss? I like to see 5R, right. So a four to five pip stop loss on. If I enter a trade on the 1 minute, that makes sense to me. It doesn't have to you, but a this is a ace. This is I think is going to be a pretty safe stop loss, because you got to think that all uh, at the when you pick a supply zone, that the highs are protected, right? This is going to be a near miss or no. It may come down to a test and then pop up and then go up. All right. Uh, when it comes to stop losses, this is the safest one. All right, this is at the top of the originating, of the zone. Right, this is the 4 hour zone, the top of the 4 hour zone. Actually, the refined zone of the 4 hour zone, and then we have another one that came and mitigated that one. All right, because there's a supply chain here, right? You can see it here to this top, and then from this top, from this to here, it's a supply chain, and I like to see supply chains. This is the safest stop loss area where you want to put stop loss above that line. Above here is another safe area. Uh, and this is the last one I would consider safe because I believe the highs are protected. So, you know, that's where I'm at on that. All right, now I'm going to open up things to consider the other what do you call it? The other assets. Okay, and we'll check in on this later on. We'll check in on this one later. The next one I would like to look at is Aussie dollar because I keep my friend in mind. Trader X, finally, there you go. Um, oh, let me put this here. Hello, come on, man. I want to. You got. I like to keep alerts going, and I suggest you make the habit. Uh, and I want to put an alert right around 2R really, but doggone it, man, things are moving too quick. This is the way I set up my trades. These are my trades. I'm not a financial expert, all right? So you only want to follow my trades if they agree with your own analysis. What is that? 04? All right. There you go. And what is this one? 97. All right. Let's go. And 1-to-1 there. All right. We're at 1-to-1. We're at 1-to-1. That's a good thing. Some people might want to go to break even, at 1-to-1 and or take a partial. Those are good things to do. All right. Depending on what your management style is. All right. Again, you want to protect your capital. That's the first thing you want to do, right? So some people will take a partial or go to break even at 2R. All right. I like to sometimes remove the initial risk at 2R. All right. Remove the initial risk without moving my stop loss. That way I could be risk free. And if price comes back and hits my stop loss, I don't receive a loss at all. Right. But that's my early aggressive management style. That's what I do. All right. But I like to take a partial at 3R. I take 50%, I'll take 50% at 3R. I still don't have this thing hooked up right. I don't know why I keep doing this, but this is what I do. This is what I do, folks. I drive myself crazy. All right. And let's see if I can just get this right. All right. So I like to take that partial at 3R, and then I will move my stop loss to break even. All right. I like to look at structure. I like to look at structure. I wasn't supposed to get in all of this. This is for my people that I coach and mentor. All right, but I'll share it here. Maybe you might find value in it. I like to wait until structure is broken before I move my stop loss safely to break even. All right. Uh, uh, if I break, if price breaks the low here, then I have all of this space between my stop loss and uh, 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 and current price. If price wants to go back to my entry and knock me out, it has to go through all this structure. You understand? That's the thinking. So uh, going moving your stop loss to break even like right at 1-to-1, I don't think it's the safest thing to do because price could come back and knock you out like it's doing right now. It could come back to that entry and knock you out of your trade and then continue on to your TP. All right. So I don't have something hit. I don't have something right here. Uh, One of these things is not right. Oh, doggone it. Um, this one is not right. I don't think. Oops, not that. Come on, man. There you go. Now I want to make sure this is right. There you go. I'm getting it right now. I think that's right there. Right? Yeah, it is. So, uh, 3R is not right. Let me get that. Now, hopefully, with your trade management and your risk management, if you take a loss, you can, it won't mean nothing to you. It won't mean much. All right. Risking, uh, uh, limiting your risk per trade allows you to have that statistical edge. I'm not going to go all into that right now. We're going to do some more uh, uh, analysis. That's what we're going to do. All right. So I wanted to look at Aussie. Oh my goodness, look at that. I wanted to look at Aussie. Yeah, that's right. Hold on. One more thing. I'm sorry. Uh, I wanted to get a notification when to take profit, when to when to make sure that I hit my numbers. Okay. Look at that thing flush, huh? That's pretty good. Leslie, I hope you got in this. I really do. Uh, I'm not getting any trading view guys in on the. I haven't heard any word from trading view chat. Hmm. Okay. All right. So we're at 2R. If you'd like, take a partial. You know, take profit. You want to make sure you pay the trader, man. Paying the trader is important. All right, take profit because if price comes back and hit your stop loss, hey, you want to thank you. You want to make sure that you've come out with something. When price goes 2R, you're up two times what your initial risk is. It's not bad to take a partial if that's your trading, your style of trading. I think it's very important to pay the trader. I do. So, you know, keep that in mind. Let me see this. Now that it's gone 2R, I want to uh, I'm looking at this price action and I want to be patient with it, right? And some people may want to put their move their stop loss to 2R. I'm making all these suggestions and I'm not doing the analysis. I want to cover this analysis. But putting your stop loss here is not safe yet because price could come up for another third tap and then come down. All right. But I'm thinking that it'll as we get closer here and we get a break and close below these lows, it'll be safe for you. All right. But I'm finished with that. Now, I wanted to go to AUD USD because I'm thinking about my man Pearly. Okay. Oh, Pearly. Pearly's gonna be mad at me. But you gotta ask yourself, was there an entry model here? Uh, I'm going to the 15 minute. All right. The structure is cool and all that snazzy jazz. All right. Let me move this because this is a higher time frame uh, demand zone that we got a slight, very slight break and close below on the AUD, but it's not a convincing close. Let me take a look at the 4 hour, shall we? All right. Okay. You see, this is that area just like on Euro USD. You're closing 90% at 3R. Is that a good trading habit? Why not? Heck yeah. My TP used to be 3R. That used to be my TP. I moved towards 5R, but I still take partials 50% at 3R. So I hope you understand that answer. As you get more confident with the strategy, as you get more uh, familiar with how with your trading management, then maybe you want to extend to 5R. Right now, I'm trying to work towards 10R. All right, and that's a whole different can of wax. All right, so yeah, taking profit. You can't go broke taking profit. That's the saying, right? Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm not, guys. I don't understand why I'm not getting any live anybody from TradingView tuning in. All right, so we see like on Euro USD that price is made this lower high and made a lower low, and come on, man, um, made a lower high, made a lower low, and I want to see price come back here and respect that high, right? Let me use the highlighter. This high needs to be respected, and for the higher time frame, lower high to, downtrend to continue, just like with the euro, right? Just like with most of the majors, all right? Price did turn bullish internally, all right, because again, we're in this trading leg range, all right, which in this trading range, and we came up to premium, and we did turn bearish here with a change of character break here, right? And it looks like maybe the order flow has switched to bearish, and we can maybe target that low. All right. So sells are permitted, even though the internal structure turned bullish. All right. Once we have a change of character, this is the early indication that maybe price is turning bearish, right? All right. So we have bearish order flow. So sells are permitted to look for, even though it's we're in a bullish leg of structure. Got it? Now, here, with this time spent here and price breaking those lows, that's important to me. All right. Uh, uh, this shows more intent to go lower, in my view. All right. This choppy push to the downside here is pretty significant in my estimation. All right, so we see a clean zone here, and price pulled away from it, and we hit this demand. What do I look for? I look for the flip, right? I look for the flip. Now, did we break demand? No, no break and close below. All right, price did come down here. Uh, uh, but we didn't get that convincing break and low below, right? But what did we get here? There is demand right here. How do you know? Because it broke the lows. It broke the lows on the lower time frame. Price pulled up to it. All right. There's supply here. That's what I meant to say. There's supply here, and we broke it. Right. Price comes back to it. Didn't take the low out. All right, didn't take the low out, but we did create some relative equal lows. Price goes up higher to mitigate that zone. And it looked like that was the only reason it turned bullish with that with this break of structure here. So I like the fact that we mitigated this zone, an unmitigated zone, strong and all, but we did not break that low yet. We did create another supply zone looking very similar to that one. It looks like price is making its way down. We mitigated the what do you call that? What do you call the 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 base candle, the base candle of the bearish engulf of pattern, and I'm looking for some more follow through to take out all of this sell side liquidity. That's what I would be looking for. That's what I would be looking for. Now, if we take a closer look at that area on the 15-minute, we can see that price did, in fact, correct into this leg, and you can see that we have gone into the premium area of this leg of structure, right? Premium once, premium twice, and then we swept liquidity to the upside. I like to see that before we make a move down, right? So price chops its way down. We have at the very least, a change of character. The change of character actually happened up here, right? And price comes back up, tests the originating order block up here. Comes back for a sweep of the high. And this is the way you have to map it. That's the way you have to say, okay, check this box, check that box, that kind of thing. You have to do it. You simply have to do it. All right. And price dropped, created relative equal lows here. We are pulling up, and I'm looking at this as an opportunity, a return to impulses happening right in front of us right now, right? Does it mean that price won't blast through here? No, it doesn't mean that. All right. It does not mean that, because we realize that price is reacting to this demand. All right. This demand could send price higher. All right. But this is clean price action. All right. We have a sweep of liquidity up top. And this move here, I'm going to go down on the lower time frames and look for bearish a sell setup. This is the entry model. Again, what am I looking for in the entry model? I keep mentioning the entry model. A high, a pullback, a higher high, a break of that pullback low. All right. That's the break of market structure, and a pullback as a RTI. When I say RTI, that means return to impulse, the impulsing order block that caused that break of structure here. And you look for a high probability trade to the downside. All right. This one is checking those boxes, and we are coming up in this area here. All right. This is the extreme of the zone. And I think it would present a pretty good opportunity to take a short, take a sell. Now, some of you will mark your zone from here. I do. I want to see when price touches the furthest area away. This is the distal end of this up move. All right. And I think there's potential that price could turn bearish from here. All right. So that's just throwing out an idea for you. Okay. And what would I be looking for? I'd be looking for to see prices already swept this low here, but there's a lot of sell side liquidity to come and get, and we're already having a bearish move happening here. So a bearish candle reaction. But you want to wait. You want to wait for your confirmation. All right. And I think these lower highs and this sweep before this break of market structure here is a pretty good setup for a sell, in my opinion. All right. Where do I got this? We can do it. We can do it with that. All right. So let's see if we get this zone to do what it may do. All right. Again, this is the extreme of this zone. Did I just hit that wrong? Yeah, I think I did. Hold on. Let me see. Try that again. All right. Boom. Just like what we just experienced with, hey, Locke, I need that R scale you are using. Hey, for those, Locke, I got you. Hold on, let me check where we are, because I didn't get no ring a ding yet. Oops. Oh, we had a move up. It came back up after going almost 3R. Come on, man. Come on. This thing might hit my doggone stop loss. Yep. Not quite. but it may turn up. Doggone it. And that's okay. If you're not taken out of your trade yet with spreads, uh, you're lucky. You're lucky because the spreads are very low for Euro USD. But if you're not taken out yet, as soon as I hear that bell ring, I know I'm taken out on my MT4. Doggone it. It came right, it came so close, but it reacted to this demand zone. That's all right. This zone was a worth it, worth a shot. But listen, I want to show you this. Let me first of all, let me go to the Dow. All right, and I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something with this scale, right? The 1-to-1 scale. This is the RR scale, but all it is the fib retracement. Take a screenshot of this. I just got hit. I just got hit. My stop loss was just hit. Take a screenshot here. Oh, take a screenshot of this. These are the settings. All right, you can set it for as long as you want. You know, I'll have mine to -16, but it's just the fib retracement tool, and you set your numbers. You know, and I put white, use the color white and stuff. But these are your numbers here. All right, take a screenshot of that, and that's it. Hope you got it. Okay. Now, doggone it. Euro, I thought you was going to hit me on 3R, and you went up there and tagged me out. So, uh, let's move this over to the side here. All right. I'm gonna say this real quick. I don't worry about these when I take a loss because of my risk management. My risk management is half of the equation in my edge, my trading edge. All right. I risk 0.25. 0.25. Hey, Qasim. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Uh, uh, Qasim, listen, I risk 0.25. 0.25. That's a quarter, right? A quarter of my account size, right? So each time I miss, each time I miss, each time I catch an L, it's a 0.25 loss. Okay, if I'm risking um, uh, uh, if I'm risking $100, that's or $50, depending on your account size, it's not really a big deal. But it's the RR. All right, I'm going for the risk to reward is uh, 1.5. 5R. All right, so let me get this down. Let me write this. I'm risking 5R. Got it? 25% of that, or 0.20 or 0.25. All right. If I'm risking 5R, this times 5 would give me 1.25, right? And that means I could miss, I can take 1L, 2L, 3L, 4L. Where am I at? I'm only at minus 1%. I can still, on the fifth try, 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. On the fifth try, I make 125. I'm actually 0.25 in profit. I erased all of those losses with one win. So I got, in my book, I can take three more. I can take three more losses, win on the next one, and on the fifth try, and I'll still be in profit for the day. You understand? That's your trading edge. That's a statistical edge. Okay, so taking a taking this one loss is no big deal. All right, you want to be careful. Uh, uh, I should have been a little more cognizant of this range of price. I wanted to play the edge, and you want to take buys from the top or sells. I mean, or you want to take sells from the top and buys from the bottom of any trading range, right? But the price action seemed pretty clean, and uh, it did go 2.5 hour. Some like my man Brandon Lee uh, did get did get a 3 hour trade out of this. You know, if you would have took I would have took profits or moved my stop loss, this wouldn't have been a loss at all. But you know, we just missed the first profit target. Just missed it. You know, it's no big deal. uh oh, that is an alert. Oh, that's a very late alert. I don't know. TradingView got to do something with those alerts, man, because that was the alert that said my stop loss was just hit. Why is it coming so late? Okay. All right. So I will look for the next opportunity. There is again that threat. There is the threat that price could go higher from one of these demand zones. Now, I want you to understand something too. Uh, as prices kind of moving sideways here, you got to expect that going into FOMC. So you got to expect price to wait and move stagnant going into FOMC, right? Uh, so bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind. Uh, Leslie, I hope you were able to take profit or to secure your trade before it went up to the top there. I hope you did. Uh, I'm always worried about you. All right, so this high did not break that low, so I believe price is going to target it for liquidity. This one flirted flirted with a close below that low, but it did give a change of character, and that's the entry I took. Uh, yes, you did. Took 50% off at 3R. Very good, very good. If I'm if the trades that I'm putting out lead to profits by others, that's when I'm happiest. Me, I'm not worried about it because I know sooner or later, sooner than later, I'm going to uh, do what I got to do. But I said I wanted to go over the Dow. Let me make sure. Let me check my trading view. I still haven't gotten anybody from trading view. What is that about? I'm hoping that people are still here, still are attending. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Let's see, I want to see what the indices are setting up. Uh, write this. Leslie, you know what? I just reminded myself. I did not put a a link in TradingView. I mean, in the chat. Uh, I just did it now. Silly me. The link is working to TV. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Well, it has to be working because you wouldn't have gotten me on the YouTube recast. So it has to be working. It's just there's nobody there, and that I find that a little surprising. All right, so let me take a look at that. That was S&P. This is NAS, and this is US 30. Let's take a a hard view at this. Okay, it sent me to YouTube. That's very interesting. Okay, how do you draw the supply and demand boxes? Somebody just asked me that in TradingView. Good morning, is it Hybit or HYBT? All right. Uh, good morning, first of all. Um, let me. I'll show you. I'll show you. What you want. What you want is simply the where you see a very aggressive push to the downside. You want to see where it intersects with the buy up, the buy to that aggressive sell. All right. You want to see, you want to mark that as your zone. Some people are going to look at it a little too simplistically as, uh, it's a bearish engulfer. You mark the bottom of the bearish of the bullish candle, and where it crosses and where it gets crossed by the bearish candle. That's not it. That is not it. If you see two candles here, like in this instance here, that's where I mark my zone for supply. I would mark my zone this way. All right. The buy up before the aggressive sell off. All right. If it's three candles, I would mark that third candle, the buy up before the aggressive sell off. All right. Sometimes it's just the engulfment of the bullish candle. But in this instance here, I'm coming all the way over here, and I might start here. I'm going to look at that bottom where the buying starts, and then the aggressive sell-off. As soon as price comes up into that, look how it reacted. So at that buy up, it came right to that. Didn't come up to where the candle actually gets engulfed, right? It came up. It started early. Started from the buy up to the sell off. I hope you caught that. Okay, and that was for you, HYBT in TradingView. Thank you for attending. Okay, so we're on US 30. We're on the Dow, right? Doggone. What did I miss? All right, no need for this. It's a whole bunch of haberdashery here that is done and everything. All right. So I drew this out. I don't know, a day ago, 2 days ago. I'm not sure when I put this arrow on here and this thing. But what we have here on the 4 hour is the swing low was broken. All right. We took a liquidity snipe to the upside, right? But then we broke structure to the downside. All right, and that is telling me that we are in a bearish leg of structure, and this red mark here is the middle of this trading range, right? And we want to mark it like so. This is premium, this is discount. You want to take your shorts from premium, you want to take your buys from discount, right? We are at supply in discount. And I was looking for a price to react to this. All right. Now, you might say, hey, we broke this high, right? Yeah, we did. All right. But this isn't swing. This isn't swing structure. This is swing structure, right? This is internal. This is within the zone. All right. And we are making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs inside the trading range, the structure of the trading range. All right. In this bearish leg of structure, there are ranges of the dealing range within each lower high. And once you break that low, each lower low. All right. And until price pulls back again and creates another range, right? A range within the range, if you will. All right. So we are internal. Once price turns up, it turns internal. We turn bullish here, right? With higher highs and higher lows. And we move bullishly, and you got to ask yourself why. Why is the price moving bullishly? To mitigate the supply here. And that's where we are right now. We're at 4 hour supply, and we're getting that reaction here. Now I want to focus in on that area as it's 9:10. It's 10 after 9. That means 20 minutes to the New York Stock Exchange open. The firest time. The firest time? What do you mean by that, Bill? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? The firest time. Okay. Uh, so I love this price action. Why? Because you see the push up, you see the pullback, you see the higher high being made, right? And then the breaking of that low. Now you're looking for this price to pull back into this leg of structure to give you your short setup. Because remember what I just went over. What is the trading model? This. That's your trading model. A pullback, a high, a pullback, a higher high, a break below that pullback low, and a return to impulse in this leg of structure. And that's what we got now. Boom. Right? Price swept, broke structure to the downside here. So we had a sweep of buy side liquidity. Let's zero in on this. We had a sweep of buy side liquidity. Let me see something here. I'm going to take a look at the Asia range. Look at that. Yep, I thought so. We took the Asia high. So that means the Asia low would be vulnerable, right? And we already took that Asia low. London usually establishes the high of the day or the low of the day. And we want to see if this indeed is the high of today. I want to see. All right. What is our what is our bias? All right. We have a break of structure here. Okay. The internal the we have a break of market structure on the 15, right? That is a break of 15-minute swing structure. 15-minute swing structure. That's pretty significant. So I'm looking for, I would have loved to have gotten on board here at 4:30 at the top of London for this move to the downside. It's a beautiful move, actually. All right. This is the New York Open right here. And you see we had a succession of lows being broken here. All right. This is a fractal structure. You understand? This is a really microstructure breaks, but but it's significant that we are making lower lows and lower highs on the 15-minute, right? I thought I put this uh, liquidity sweep here. Okay, so here's the deal, though. I'm looking at this low. If price doesn't take this low, then I believe this high becomes the target. I believe that price will take that high. If it doesn't take the low, I'm worried about the high. And uh, we are in the demand of this low. Watch the way I'm drawing it now. Right? Come on. There you go. We are in this demand right here. Right? And it's eating its way through. Safest bet is to wait until this supply is taken out before you take sells. All right. Wait for the supply to be taken out with a break and close below it, and you catch the pullback to the supply that is. You wait for this demand to get taken out by supply, and once it's taken out, you wait for the pullback to supply, and you can take a high probability trade to the downside. All right. This would demonstrate that price has the intent, a strong intent to go lower, and it coming back up here is less than probable. All right, like it's not as probable. It's more likely price will continue down. You look for those structure breaks, and that's where you get your cruise, right? So, um, everybody on board with that? We, uh, we are responding to demand right now. We are 15 minutes into um, the we got 15 minutes towards the New York Stock Exchange open. This is an inefficient price move, right? This whole move, and price likes to rebalance that which is imbalanced. This is an imbalance here. So if price doesn't take this out, we have to think on the open. There's going to be a strong introduction of volume. Could that volume push price into this fair value to rebalance it and then come down? If we're in a bearish scenario, that's what I'd be looking for. But here's the deal. Again, we got FOMC coming. We got FOMC come. Price could move within this range sideways and just drive us crazy. You don't have to enter until you see something clean. You don't have to enter early. Now look at this. We got to zoom out. It's important to zoom out. Remember, that price is turned bullish to facilitate this pullback into supply, which is in premium. Remember, from the 4 hour. And we are reacting to this supply zone. All right. I like this supply zone to hold. And I like this price, this, what do you call this? This candlestick configuration looks like the entry model. And this is what you would want to see to signal to look for sells, right? So for me, it is pretty, likely that if price doesn't remove that low, that we go higher into this fair value gap, and there we may find uh, a good short to take to the downside because we are mitigating a higher time frame zone. It's a 4 hour zone. We're mitigating it. So I'm expecting a bearish reaction from that mitigation. Uh, this is a 4 hour zone up here. All right, so I'm expecting I'm expecting price to move bearishly from it. Uh, so with this move here and the hesitancy to go down, I'm making note of it. Could we come back up into here? Could we come back up and rebalance and then come down? If we don't take that low, that's definitely what I'm thinking. And uh, some might want to, and I don't listen to me. I don't recommend it. Some might want to take buys from here. All right, these are risky trades. Taking a buy into this. One, you're still in this range, right? Two, you're taking a buy into a higher time frame, a 4 hour supply zone. So that makes this risky. Can you do it? Of course you can. If you go down to the 1 minute, if you go down to the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute and lower, you can see an entry model down here to take up to the next opposing supply zone for a short-term trade. That would be the safest things to do. To anticipate that price will take that high out to fill that in. You're getting a little, high with your expectations. You're getting ambitious, in my opinion. I would say that the higher probability the higher probability trades are going to be shorts after a higher time frame mitigation in premium. This is a 4 hour zone in premium price where you want to take shorts, and price is just mitigated it. So and you see structure breaks to the downside. This is a bearish leg, and we are working within this bearish leg. So taking buys here is a little bit more risky. Yes, you can do it. Go down to the smaller time frames, and you can get down the way you want to get down. Okay. Uh, for me, I think I'll err on the side of caution and not be aggressive like I've already been, and just hold myself. Price could continue up to this zone here, the same way, the exact same way U.S. dollar. I mean the Dow is doing could do, right? Fill in this imbalance here after a break of structure. You see how similar the Euro USD looks to the Dow? Break of structure, price pulled up, right? Break of structure, price pulled up. The difference is, um, this is 15 minutes. Yeah, the difference is uh, there's no arch here. We are actually moving, taking out supply on the lower time frame. Like, I was looking for that supply to work here to get me into profit. So once you see supply being taken out, buys are permitted. Doesn't mean you have to take them, but buys are permitted if you see supply failing, because you don't have to take a buy into it. You understand? So that's something to make note of. There's a good chance price comes up to the supply here. Uh, Depending on how you mark that box. Let me see if I can get a clearer view of this zone. This is as clear as I have it. There is a fair value gap to fill here. I like that. So I'm going to put it at the end of that fair value, the top of the, what did I just do? I'm going to put it at the top of where the fair value gap begins and ends here. We are filling that fair value gap. Doesn't mean we're going to make it all the way up here, but if you're looking at this trading range, right there. If you're looking at this trading range, we are going up into premium price, and I would happily take a trade from this area. So I got a big eye on this. I'm going to put an alert here, and I'm going to look for shorts. Should price meet up there? There's a good chance. Again, there's a good chance things will be moving sideways, and maybe I was a little too aggressive. And yeah, I was. I was too aggressive with my that earlier trade. It worked for some. It worked for some, but I thought to put my move my stop loss. But I have a bad habit of tinkering with trades while they're in action, and uh, I would have uh, I erred on the side of not repeating that. Now we just took another high here. We took this high here, right? Price has turned, the order flow has turned bullish. So we want to be cognizant of that, right? That was another supply. I mean, another liquidity top here. So with supply failing, let me move this over to the side here. Let me look at this on the 15 minute, on the 5 minute. Looks a little clearer, right? With supply failing here, we didn't get a break and close above that. That's interesting to note. All right, we have demand down here, and if price comes down here, Could you take a buy up here? You could. Yes, you could. Would you be justified in doing that? Because the order flows seems to be uh, bullish on the euro, as I've explained. The let me get down to it. Oh yeah, I'm over here. The euro is, we have bullish internal structure. All right, the internal structure is bullish. All right, then we had a change of character to the downside. So sells are permitted, but they are counter uh, buys are permitted because of the bullish internal structure. You could be and should be looking for buys. Those are higher probabilities because you have the trend in your favor. But sells are become permitted after a bearish break of structure, a bearish break of market structure, which is only like I mentioned earlier, a change of character. This is the break of structure down here. All right. This is when buys become the primary uh, uh, trading. All right. I mean, sells. I'm sorry. I keep getting these things mixed up. You want to see this broken and then pull back, then the pullback for sells. As soon as it breaks this low, that's when sells become the primary thing, the primary trade. All right. In this scenario here, we only have two breaks of market structure here. All right, two breaks of short-term lows. We're still bullish. We still have bullish structure here, but we have a bearish chalk, and the order flow turned bearish here. All right, so looking for sells is permitted, but just know it's counter trend. Finally, I got that clear. Oh my gosh! So I was a little, eager, I would say, uh, jumping in this. This could be the chop that price will go into before FOMC, and I should have had that in mind before I took that trade. But I'm glad it worked out for some of you, and that's awesome. We are still trading into the buy the we are trading into the bullish candle, the range of that bullish candle, and I'm still got my eye on this market. Even there's a lot of inefficiency here for price to come and clean up. So I don't want to take a sell now. All right, even though it's with uh, uh, that 15-minute structure. It's within 15-minute bearish structure. All right, that's a 15-minute swing low. So sells are permitted for sure, but I don't want to take a sell from here. I do not. Not have not with more inefficiency above. A sell from here is high probability in my opinion. High probability. That's why I have an alert there. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait patiently. Price could meander here and get you caught up in a spin cycle, in my opinion. What do you think about that, Leslie? Yeah, I think that uh, being too aggressive can get you into trouble today. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get yourself into trouble. Uh, and I don't have you want to wait for the buy model. I mean, the sell model to show anyway. Something to give you a clean entry. And you haven't gotten that just yet. There's a change of character here. And this looks like oh. This looks like the sell model setting up. I mean, here's your change of character. All right. But this is a 1 minute, a 1 minute break of structure here. And we get a pullback into this leg. You get a pullback into that leg. Uh, Taking sells is a valid look, in my opinion. Now, but I did we did go over US 30, right? And I didn't go over that. I went to the 15 minute, and I told you, it's best to wait. So we have these price bearing down into this demand zone. Price is moving kind of slowly. It's 9:31. We could very well see price. We have the New York Open going on right now. We could very well see price push down here and then come up and fill that gap, that fair value gap. But if we have a slow open, it's because the price is going to put itself in a holding pattern. Excuse me, a holding pattern for uh, the indices. There's a demand zone here. This is a pivot, a one candle pivot, uh, and it's more like a pause in the market. We'll see what it does, how it affects price. But uh, again, remember what I told you earlier. If you see when you see demand failing, that's when it's permissible to take shorts. Wait for the demand that is responsible for taking that out, and I would be looking. This is 15 minute. I would be looking, at you know this area here. This is the extreme of the zone, the stream of the reaction. If you mark it from here, you see price reacted here, boom, and we'll see if we get a break and close below that low and a pullback. We'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. I think it's going to be pretty interesting, actually. So I'm going to make sure this is not a demand zone. Oh no, I got the wrong color here. We're going to see how this plays out. Supply. Hmm. Hmm. I want to get I want to get an alert if price comes back up to this zone after it breaks this low. I want to see what we get for an opportunity. Uh, all right, all right, guys. Do not forget to smash the like button. All right. Hey, is it Moiz? Moiz? A good morning to you. May profits be upon you. And I will take a look at gold. I'm going to ask you guys to bear with me for a second. Let me tend to something. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? Doggone it. All right. There you go. All right. I'll take a look at gold. How are we doing on the YouTube in the chat? Uh, everybody's all right. Everybody's checking in. All good. Everybody's all good. Let me get a sound check. Let me get a sound check. Let me get a swig. Okay. Now, let's take a look at gold real quick. I took profit on EU. Is this the original trade that you took, Bill? Pearly Baker. Pearly, I took a look at AU. I think I took a pic. I looked at AU earlier on, and good profit on EU. I'm holding. Did you guys take shorts? Okay. Hold on, man. Okay. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Lock Ron and Bill. Lock Ron and Bill. You took shorts from on this leg here. Is that where you took your shorts on this leg? Brandon Lee, I love your sneaky shorts. I take sneaky shorts too, man. uh, but I'm asking Bill and Lockron, did you take shorts in this leg of structure? Where did you take shorts from before you posted on Discord? Oh, you took shorts from earlier. Okay. You know, I'm just all right. I don't. Well, listen. Uh, I know you had mentioned it earlier that you took a sell before I got started. Before I got started, but you took your sell before the New York Open. Uh, I don't know where your stop loss is, but it obviously was in a great place. Hit first level, moved up, moved to TP, hit virus level. But I re-entered on the spike up on the 1 minute. Okay, as long as you are all good, man. Now look what it's doing right now. It swept that high. All right, and that's what I was looking for when I took this one. That it swept right, which would mean that it doesn't have as much incentive to go higher for a higher sweep. Okay, and uh, 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 it once it sweeps, I'm looking for these lows to get that sweep, right? If price does this, like now, I told you I was looking for price to come up here. I was looking for price to come up here because I believe there's going to be a high probability short, right? I didn't want to take a buy from here to up there. I didn't. I'm not interested in that. But if price breaks this market structure here, with a break and close below, all right, this is demand failing. All right, this is demand failing. You see demand failing. I'm looking for price to come back up to the supply that caused this to fail and take a high probability trade to the upside, to the downside. But it has to demonstrate, that's the whole key. It has to demonstrate that it intends to go lower. And that's what I need. All right. Now you see prices correcting, right? Correcting this bearish move, that bearish impulsive move. This is all correction, right? And we keep taking out the high. taking out the high, taking out the high. That could very well be happening here. All right. If price breaks structure, it's telling me this move is over. That's the indication that the move is over. And I'll be looking for that pullback to take down. Does that make sense to you? I hope it does. Is BTC going down, bullish or bearish on crypto? You just asking out of the blue. Oh, what is it? Foz? Foz? Yeah. Good morning to you, Foz. But first, I want to take a look at yeah, there you go. There you go, Lot. So I want to make sure everybody understands that I look for some kind of confirmation. I look for some kind of confirmation. Uh, this one, uh, this one, when this low was broken by this candle, all it did was give me a change of character, and that was uh, uh, in this scenario, it was a little too aggressive to use. I should have waited for a break and close below that low for a break of market structure, a break of actual structure, and then the pullback. That's what I should have waited for, to be honest with you. That's the way, that's a conservative approach, or a more conservative approach. But uh, I thought the trade was valid, and it worked for those that had a higher stop loss than I did. Um, and got in at a good price. So I'm glad it worked out for those. Now, what do we got going on here? That's a nice move, isn't it? That's a very nice move. I want this. I want this line to be broken with a break and close below it. That's what I want. And I want price to move up into this zone so I could take it down to Chinatown. All right. So we'll see how this works out. Anyway, I promised I was going to take a look at gold. All right. Hey, what's your name? Is it Moise? I'm going to take a look at gold right now. Let's take a look at the 4 hour first. And I went to the 1 week. Let's take a look at the daily. Might as well take a peek at the daily. All right. We see we are in a terrible downtrend. All right. It's just downtrend. Yeah, we had those brief moments where there was a pullback. You just got to realize where we are in structure. All right. When price pulls back, it's just a retracement of that, correcting that impulse. This is the correction. And we're waiting for the next impulse. The next impulse comes, blah, blah, blah. All right. So what are we in? We're in this demand zone down here, right? I want to see this demand zone. The demand zone is over here. Ooh. Oh, we might have a gap. We might have a gap. I don't know how I have that marked, but there's a daily zone here. There's a daily zone here. Price is in this daily demand zone. Small little sneaky zone, right? But you see how price held once it was tapped. Held 3 times on 3 mitigations. All right. Is there can price handle a fourth one and reject price like it did the last time? I think it's pretty weak at this point, honestly speaking. Well, prices moved back up into this zone, but this zone has been removed. All right. So why is it important now? Because if I can do this right, it draws my eye to the demand zones. First of all, it draws my eyes to the demand zones that remove that for flips. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, you see the reactions here, right? This one reacted to the zone I just deleted, right? Comes down, takes it out, and then price comes up, not to the decisional, but to this this supply, right? Now, how do we know how strong this supply is? By the reaction. Comes down, and we are in demand right now, but we haven't had a break and close below. But what I want you to see, what I want you to note is these relative equal lows here. That is a draw on price, and when price is in the neighborhood, there's a good chance market makers are going to make it their business to come make a visit. I don't understand what the problem is here. All right, I got the wrong thing there or something. I don't know. Let me see if I can try it with this one. There you go. That was the right one. All right. So I'm thinking price may target these lows. I have a bearish bias on gold because with the news coming, I'm expecting a 75 basis point hike, and that's going to make the US dollar strong and bring price down. You know, I'm not predicting. I'm just thinking that is what is expected because that's what the TP on EU. Great job, Lockron. Great job, and great job to Bill. All right. Um, yeah. So I'm expecting that uh, price will want to come and target these lows. All right. So as price has moved down from this, we pushed up. We haven't taken out that low. All right, not yet, but we do have relative equal lows here. Do I expect price to catapult up? No, but we do have some bullish price action going on here. All right, and there is supply here. I'm gonna mark this off. Right, I'm gonna mark this off. All right, this is daily. On a daily, we have 2 days of bullishness. Right, this day. We have 7 hours before it's complete. But this looks to be pretty bullish. This may turn into a big wick and come on down, but there is a bullish engulfment of this bearish candle here, right? And price came down to test um, that base candle, and there is potential for price to go higher. But we'll see what the 4 hour tells us. Ha ha! Things become a little more clearer, right? The first thing I noticed is that price moved up, right? We took the high. We took the high. A break of highs here, break of highs here, a push down, right? Impulse correction, impulse that takes the high, and then we break that pullback high with a break and close below. What am I looking for? Right here. I'm going to mark the supply within this 4 hour within the daily, and I'm going to be looking for price to come down and sweep these lows. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm telling you that right now. That is the entry model. High, pullback, higher high, break of the pullback low, return to impulse. Where is my zone? My zone is in here. How many candles is that? Right? What did I mention earlier? HYBT. What did I mention earlier? If there's 3 candles, you got to take those 3. And look where we're reacting to. Look where we're acting. You got to do it. This is a 4 hour nested within the daily. So far, we're having a nice reaction from the zone that I'm marking from supply. All right. Again, this is part of a flip zone. This is the extreme of that reaction. Okay. Uh, just bear that in mind. The demand. This is a refined demand, but the demand was started right here. Reaction, 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 down, up, Here's the top of this reaction, the full extent of the reaction. And now we're breaking structure back down within a, 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 a reaction to this supply with nested within the daily. I can see price could definitely come down, especially after we get that break of market structure. Does that make sense to you? Because it makes sense to me. Putting together that R scale ASAP. Yeah, you got to do it. All right. So I'm looking for price to continue down from here. Okay. I don't know what that looks like on the 15. What I would tell you to look for is the trading model. I want to get to as many uh, markets as I possibly can. All right. That's the trading model I want to look for in here. I'm not saying that's where, the location of it. I'm looking for this configuration in here. All right. We have a sweep of the high here. All right. So uh, this is where I would normally start looking for those breaks of market structure to the downside. Look for a change of character to give you a hint. All right. This is on the 15-minute. I want at least a change of character on the 15. All right. At least. But in this case, I would prefer a break of market structure. And this low here would indicate that to me. All right. And a pullback, I'll be looking for shorts at that point. I think that's a nice 15-minute area to look for a change. If we break the swing that led to that high, this is way more confirmation. This is a confirmation that price is going the other way, right? That's a swing. That's a 15-minute swing. So look for the 15-minute break here and a pullback. And I think that would be a great area to look for a high probability trade. As soon as it breaks this low, mark off your supply. Let me see. This is interesting price action up here. So I'm looking for this range. This is a range of supply. Price comes into this range of supply. After a break now, after it breaks down, the lower it gets in the structure that pull where price makes that impulse, the lower it gets, the better. If you see a displacement like this, you see a displacement, that's the best thing to look for. Right? And you want to see a pullback and a respect of that high. And that'll allow you to do your thing. All right, let's move on. Is there a pair that, or is there a market that you want me to take a look at? How long have we been active in this stream? How long have we been at it? I came on just after 8. It's almost 10 o'clock. 2 hours, huh? 2 hours. I still. Do I want to go more than 2 hours? Sheesh. I'll go to 10:30. I'll go to 10:30. All right. So, thanks for gold. You got it. Euro CHF. I see you, Trader X. I want to know how your Euro CAD is going. My man asked me about BTC. I just want to check it out. I want to check out BTC real quick. BTC is not friendly looking, right? If we go to the daily, now I got moon boys on my back, all right, because I have a bearish outlook for this. Why? Why do I have a bearish outlook for this? Look on the daily. Look on the daily. All right, you can see that price has been bearish, of course, right? But it's these little flags that price makes that get people excited. Oh, we're on our way. We're breaking structure to the upside. We're on our way. No, no. All right. Yes, we are. No, no. And look how long we've been dwelling here. All right. Now we got a break above that. Right? Should we get excited? Think about what we've been going through on the way down here. All right. Should we be getting excited? Yeah, we're on our way to the moon and everything like that there. But what you can see is prices coming in to those inefficient price movements, comes back into those, trades back into those imbalances, and then continues down. Right? We've been dwelling here in this range, just ranging, doing nothing. And we break here, and people are starting to say, oh, well, this is the start. This is it. But we're only doing what? What are we doing? We're trading into another inefficiency, another imbalance. That's what we're doing. So I believe this area here will likely be a high probability trade to the bottom of the range. I'm not saying that we're on our way down to hell now. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in this range of price, there's a top and there's a bottom. I think this will be a high probability trade, at least to the opposing demand zone. Right now, we're in the middle of chewiness. This is the chewy middle, right here. All right, look all the way across. Right, this is the chewy middle. This little zone here. It's no reason to get too extra happy because of this bullish impulse here. And with FOMC coming and a potential 75 basis point hike, this is coming down. So you might want to prepare. Look at this. Look at the range where price started this buy up. This looked like a deliberate buy up from here. Pull back, right? Pull back, up here, and then is pushed down. Yeah, this is the extreme of that zone. And you can see I have an alert up here to tell me if price makes it up there. But as far as the range goes, we're very close to entering this range of supply. And I believe that we may see a bearish we may see bearish price action. Just look for it. If no bearish price action comes, we're probably going up to the top. But I believe this is the middle of the zone. If we even get up there, I believe this will probably signal the move down. We may even get it here. FOMC is today. This might happen today. There's an inefficiency down here as well, and we have a bunch of liquidity down here, especially below this low. We have a bunch of liquidity. There's a bunch of people that took longs from this area. A lot of stop losses down here to come and get. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that's my outlook on it. I hope that helps. Foz. All right. Trader X, I got you covered. Euro CAD. I had some work done on Euro CAD, didn't I? Let me get rid of this. Oh man, come on. Uh-oh. I got something. I gotta go tend to something real quick. Hold on a second. Can I get that? Yeah. All right. Clean. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. EuroCAD. You closed it yesterday for a big profit, I hope. Did my analysis that you asked for, did it help? Did it help? Did it confirm your analysis? Is what I want to know. Because your analysis is usually pretty sharp, and I want to know that uh, that you got maybe some confirmation or some you know, I want to make sure I'm helpful. If I'm not helpful, I feel bad. Let me tell you. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Guys, it's 10 o'clock, man. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard. Jingle bells. Jingle bells. Uh, let's see. EuroCAD. On the daily, what do we got? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, all right. Hold on. If we I'm gonna adjust my, there you go. EuroCAD was a bang. Yes, EuroCAD was a bang. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. I'm looking at Euro Swiss now. Why am I looking at EuroCAD? Yeah. I was just talking about it. I'm looking for bearish price action from here. It went bearish, and I'm glad it worked out for you. Uh, excellent, excellent. Let's look at Euro Swiss. Why am I thinking about EuroCAD? Okay. All right. Look at this. Interesting. Interesting. All right. You know what? We're gonna do some fresh analysis here. Okay. Very bearish. Very bearish. Right? But not as very as you one would think. What I'm looking at is, right, we have all of this flagging action going on, but it's a bearish market, right? There's a delay. There's a delay. I already corrected myself, Trader X. I'm on Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss. All right. So uh, we have swing structure being broken here, right? Price pulls up, and then we break that swing structure. All right. So we make a new high. We got a higher high. What is going on here, man? This mouse action. We have a higher high and a higher low. Right? Price is just doing its thing. Higher high, higher low. Not the prettiest price action in the world, but then things get a little interesting down here, right? Market is bearish. We are in this bearish leg of structure here to the top. Come on. Come on. There you go. The top to the bottom. Right? Top to the bottom of this swing leg of structure. All right. That we are in the discount as opposed to premium, and we are on our way to premium. All right. This impulsive leg needs to be corrected. All right. Needs to be corrected. Now, that's the swing structure. Got it? So far. Let me shorten this up a little bit. Right? Boom. And we can move this over here to the side. That's the swing structure. Now, here we have a good pullback, a daily swing, a daily swing high, and a break of market structure here. All right. Price pulls back up and then takes that high. We are now, that is an internal break of structure. We are inside, I said internal, we are inside the trading range of the swing high and low, right? We've turned in, we are bullish. This is an internal break of structure, and we have to mark these things because they're super important. All right, I'm going to mark this with the internal dashed line. I don't know why that line got there. Okay, let's try this again. There you go. Internal break of structure. Very good. Again with this guy. How is that happening? How is that happening? Unwanted commercial spam. First of all, you are reported. Second of all, let's get you out of here. I'm going to make this guy a doggone. Uh, I just want him out. How is he getting in? All right. All right. Is there a way? Do you guys know how to get these people who spam up your place? You know, I have it on remove, but I can't seem to. How he showed back up is beyond me. I really don't know this fool. Anyway, moving on. Um, I'm going to look at Euro USD. All right, so we have an internal break of structure. That means we have bullish internal structure, and buys are permitted, even though we're in this bullish this bearish leg of structure. Buys are permitted once we break structure, internal structure, to the upside. We have some a uptrend developing on the internal structure of the daily swing high and low, right, in this trading range. So buys are permitted. Now, what is the reason why price is turning bullish? It's because it wants to come into premium. All right, why? What's the motivating factor? We made lower, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. This is how the next structure point is made. Price has to turn bullish internally to make the lower high. Got it? Lower low here, lower high, lower low. This is the potential area for the lower high to be made. So we have to expect price to turn bullish internally for that to for it to facilitate a lower high to be made. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now we go to the 4 hour. So we have bullish internal structure going on, right? On from a swing perspective. Okay, so we want to make note that we have from the low, we're looking at a high, the structural points from the left being broken, right? Higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high here. All right. Price has turned, uh, uh, failed to make a new high. All right. We're breaking fractal structure. All right. We have a fractal break of structure here. All right. This is on the 4 hour. So I'll wait till we get to the 15 minute to take a harder look at that. But what is it responding to? This supply here. All right. There is supply here. And we are creating a pool of buy side liquidity. You can see it. Come on, man. Let me try and make this thing here. I believe this is the high here. Yeah. And I'm going to mark this supply here. We can start it from up here because we're already in the extreme of the zone. All right. Price, this high is holding thus far. And we're at the max, right? But price, the protected high is holding, okay, on the 4 hour. And look at the response we're getting. Again, this is the 4 hour. All right. What do we see? Price turned here. All right. This is a pullback on the 4 hour. That's a pullback, man. All right. It's a small one. It's a relatively small one. All right. But that is a structure point. And for me, this represents a change of character. Hello? A change of character. All right. pulled up, we break it. As soon as that change of character happens, you have to come back up to the top to mark the zone that is responsible for this fractal marker structure break, right? And we marked it here. Price pulls back up, respects the high, and again gives another break of structure. Look at that. Wow. For me, this would represent the break for the price to pull back, and then we break that low. Didn't give a candle body break and close there, but we did finally get one here, right? It shows that there's an intent of price to go lower. All right. This low here becomes uber important because you can see from here, price broke highs to make the highest high. All right. So you got to expect price was not going to just pass through that. All right. I'm expecting a reaction of some kind here. Okay. But as price is demonstrating that it wants to go lower, I would look for a pullback for an entry. And this zone up here looks pretty good. Now we've already tapped into the range of this supply, but there is an extreme up here. There is the not the extreme, but there's a refined zone to be mitigated. Okay, so I would be looking for this imbalance to be filled on the 4 hour, and then a move downward. I would expect price to get up here from the reaction to this zone. If we come down here, I'm looking for this. Just to here. Can you take a buy from here to there? I think that's a valid buy. Yes, I do think it's a valid buy. All right. I think it's aggressive because you're going against order flow, right? I think it's aggressive. And I think the higher probability trade is up here to go with this bearish order flow as it's mitigating a zone. This is a valid zone. That's all I'm saying. And the order flow has seemingly switched bearish. It's a break and close below that in this structure. This would indicate to me that the up move is definitely over. All right. This break, these are short-term market structure, short-term lows being broken. All right. Change of character. But this is a break of major structure in my opinion. And I think if price removes this low, look for the pullback. That's all. Okay. Look for the pullback to take a higher probability trade to the downside. Buys from here are riskier, are aggressive, valid, but they're riskier and aggressive, in my opinion. What are you writing there? It is what it is, sir. I'm not sure what you were referring to because I'm looking at your message late. What were you referring to when you Trader X, when you say it is what it is? All right. And Bill, you are dealing with a bot. I'm dealing with a bot. I know what you meant, what you're talking about. Or a new higher high. Sir, can we look at NU? Yes, we can, Brandon. We can look at NU for sure. I got 15 more minutes. But I'm dealing with the YouTube delay, so I'm getting your messages a little late. But this leg here, this up move, and this correction of it, I would love to see this broken. I would love to see this broken and a pullback. I would love to see that. Gold is done the trading model. Ooh, what you said, Trader X. What you said. Take a peek at it, man. Let's take a peek at it. Oh yeah. Hold on now. What are you looking on the lower time? Oh, as soon as it breaks that line, as soon as it breaks that line, what are we looking for? As soon as it breaks that line, you're going up and you're going to look at your zone. You're going to look at your zone and mark out your lower time frame zone. I want to get a clean look at that. That's why I'm looking at these different time frames on the way down. You want to catch the pullback. That's all. And you want to decide where in the leg could price find its reversal. All right? That's what you want to find. This area is starting to look pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. I'm going to mark this zone here. Okay. I'm going to mark this. Let me see what that looks like on the 2. A refined version of this is interesting. You see how price reacted here on the way back up. Tested. This here. I like this. I like this zone here. I do. I like that zone there. What do you got? Again? How are you doing that? This guy. Don't understand. I'm reporting him and everything, and I still can't get him to stop that. All right. So yeah, if we get a pullback on it, it'd be nice. I'm going to mark it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to look for a price to pull back into this supply zone. It may come up higher. So, you want to make sure you're marking out an area that you feel that price will retrace to and give you the best chance to take a high probability sell. This one here, this is on the 2. Let me see what that looks like on the 5. Unmitigated. We got moved over. All right. So we'll see. We might get that turn here. And if that would be perfect in my view. Why? Because of the sell side liquidity here. All right. I don't want price to come down, sweep all of that, and then come up, because I look at buy side, sell side liquidity as fuel. And if it gets enough fuel, it'll blast through our little zones and whatnot. You understand what I mean? Okay. So I'm going to take a look at NU real quick. Let's see what time it is. 10:19. What happened to Leslie? Leslie gone. Bounce back. Hey, what's going on at Kolsnikov? At Kolsnikov. All right. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. All right. And Aliyah. Good day. Good day to you. Good day to you. Uh, Gold is done the trade. I'm just trying to catch everything. All right, Leslie. Thank you. I'm glad you're still here. Thank you. Guys, do not forget to boost me up on TradingView. Hit the boost, man. And for those that are on YouTube, do not forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Okay. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. Okay. So I'm going to look at NZD USD. Let me take a peek at the daily. I have some markings here. Now, what I want you to take away from here is that price is very well. First of all, let me zoom out. You can see how bearish price has been, right? And this is the COVID low. Actually, is this the COVID low? Yeah, this is the COVID low. All right. And we are bouncing at this COVID low. This is demand. All right. Price pushed up, and then we've been bearish for a long time. Look at look on the weekly. You can see how long we've been bearish, right? And we have an important low here. All right. From here, price took off. There's a lot of institutional action going on over here, right? Price is reacting to this demand. Just link them up, if you will. If I can get a clean look at this thing. Come on, there you go. Here you can see that we're having we had a reaction to it, but we didn't create a new high. So I'm worried about this low. We came close, but we don't. I'm worried about this low being swept, and I believe it will be swept. All right, just so that you can understand where my thoughts are coming from. All right, so we're bearish here. We're making lower lows on the daily. Come on, man, act right. Lower lows, lower highs, all the way down. Right, very bearish. Lower lows, lower highs. All right, now I want us to focus in on this daily swing structure. What did we do? What do we have here? A break of internal, wrong one. A break of internal structure, right? After we made this low, pull back, spend all this time on this level, right? Over a week, price then breaks lower, all right? We started chopping our way up. The order flow turned bullish. After a break of market structure, you got to expect some kind of pullback. Price breaks market structure. Internal market structure, that means we are now bullish. Internally, we are bullish. What is my favorite question? Why are we turning bullish in a bearish market? Why are we turning bullish? Why? Very simple. As I tell this story, my fine kid. Okay, we are top to bottom. This is the trading range. We are in discount, and we want to go to premium. All right, that's what price wants to do. Why? Because it wants to make lower lows, lower highs. We had a big one here, right? And then we break internally to the upside for what? Another lower low. This is the area. We want to be above premium price. We want to be above the EQ, the equilibrium in premium for that lower low area. I mean, that lower high structure point area to form right around here. All right. So what I do is I look in this leg of structure, for the area that I think would be a great candidate for a price to form that lower high. This is a great candidate. All right. I took that trading tool off, the range tool off for no good reason. Let's move this over. All right. So we know premium, discount, equilibrium. We're in discount. This is where you want to take your buys into premium, right? This zone is above the equilibrium. This would be a great place to look for price to chop up to, correct to, and turn over. Price could do this now. Sorry. Keep missing. My mouse is in the wrong position. All right, price could do this. We'll break structure here, pull back, then come up higher, but this is the area I will look for price to turn over. You understand? But there's a good reason why price is turning bullish here. Probably to facilitate the lower high to be made. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Got about 5 minutes. All right, so price is chopping up. All right. We corrected. Finally got lower. All right. Not a convincing break and close, but we did break and close below that low. All right. So this is the lowest low. This is the swing low down here. And then we break that high. But look at price on the 4 hour. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. This is the 4 hour bullish uptrend. And remember why? It's turned bullish. And I want you to also note, all right, come on, man. This thing is moving kind of on the irritating side. All right. So I want you to make note that we have supply here, and price is mitigating that supply and then taking it out. Mitigating this supply, and then we're taking it out. Right? What does that mean? Buys are permitted. As soon as you start seeing supply fail, buys are permitted. Got it? All right. I'll get to your question. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to your question. We got a few minutes left. Meat tallies. I'm sorry. USD CAD can reach 1.372. What are the odds? I don't know what the odds are. Let me finish this real quick. All right. So we are bullish. We are taking out supply. So buys are definitely something to look for. And what I would get you to see, what I would hope you would see, is when supply is failing, you got to find the demand that took that supply out. All right. In this instance, you want to mark, you had a reaction here. Boom. I'm going to mark this. I'm going to mark this as soon as I get a break and close of this candle right here above that high. Right. I stretch it over. What did price do? It came right back. This is the flip. Oh, shucky duckies. Guys, think about taking a buy in GJ. I don't want to go to it now, but look at the structure. I just said I didn't want to go to it. Look at the structure and you decide on it, okay? Because I'm not going to stay here all day. All right, so price comes back to the flip zone, and that's where a high probability trade can be taken. All right, just so you can see it, I need you to see how the flip zones work. When supply is taken out, you find the demand that is responsible for taking out that supply. Market, and when price comes back there, you have a high probability trade to the upside. All right, but make sure you line up your confluences, because not every flip zone is going to work, and there's reasons for it, because you got to know where you are in structure, and you got to know what the conditions are. But in this one, and with these, you can see price. It worked out. Now we're going through this supply, right? We have the reaction. You want to mark that reaction, right? You want to mark the extreme of that reaction. And I would mark it here. Can I get a box? Oh, God, man. What? I need some cooperation going on over here. All right. And price came up to gave a tentative close above that high of the zone, and doggone it, came back into the range of of demand, and gave us a reaction. Now, price hasn't taken out that high yet. If it doesn't take out the high, then I'm worried about the low, right? That's the way it works. Maybe we get a deeper mitigation. All right, maybe we get a deeper mitigation, a sweep of that low, and then maybe price continues higher. So this one bears watching. That bearish engulfer, down, and is something I want to pay attention to. All right, prices retesting the base candle of that bearish engulfer pattern. All right, and so far is respecting that high. So that's something you want to keep in mind. If the high isn't taken, you have to worry about the low. All right, not just this low. I'm worried about this low, because this is the low. This is the low that is responsible for that high. Okay. If it takes this low, it would make sense for a low, what do you call it, a liquidity sweep, and then a possible continuation to the upside, because we have bullish order flow, and these trades have the 4-hour trend behind its back. You understand? So that's my outlook. All right, that's as far as I'd like to take it. I think looking for buys is what you should be doing. And if price gives a bearish break of structure, stop looking for buys. All right. If price breaks this low, that is a bearish break of structure. Just like this bullish break of structure here. All right. This is a bearish break of internal structure. And you would look for the pullback for the high probability trade to the downside. All right. Doesn't mean we're going to come to the lows. Doesn't mean that at all because we haven't gone into premium price yet. I believe this will happen. All right. I believe this will happen. But if price breaks that low, if price breaks this low, take shorts to the next opposing demand zones. Don't swing for the fences looking for this to get taken out. Just go to the next opposing demand zones here and here and here. All right. Just go to have sensible targets because we're going against the internal uh, uh, structure. And this break here could mean that we have a switch from bullish to bearish order flow. So I would like to take take advantage of that. Just bear in mind this pullback might not be over because we're still in discount. Still in discount in the lower 50%. Okay, that's about it. That's all I got time for. Um, uh, if I could look at USD CAD just to make sure I try and cover it, just to give an odds kind of thing there. What is this? What is all of this? What was I doing? Okay, prices. Oh, I see. Price is moving a little sideways. It's bearish, right? But it's moving kind of sideways, and you're asking 1.372. Let me see where that is. 1.372. Why is that number ringing a bell for some reason? I don't know why that number's ringing a bell. What's the chance that price will reach that? I like it actually. You know why? Because I like the chances because price was breaking structure here, here, but we didn't get a break and close below this low. And we had a internal, we had a bullish chalk, a bullish change of character. Price came back to the demand, respected it, and we have this going on. I believe this high gets taken. And I believe your zone, your TP. I think it has a good chance, a very good chance of being hit. I do. Yes, I do. Um, I love this the bullish impulsive candle there. We have a correction. All right. But just I want to be careful. There's supply here, right? That price is responding to, and price is in this supply right now. None of those are the right color. All right. This is USD CAD, and I'm looking at it on the 4 hour. All right. Got a little supply chain forming, but this low, I mean this high, did not break this low. So this becomes my target for liquidity. This low, this high didn't break anything. Didn't break that low. So I'm looking for this to get taken. I'm looking for this to get swept into this supply, and that's right in the middle of. That's right in the. This is the middle of a supply zone. I do like it to reach that supply zone. Here, here is where I would mark it. We have mitigated so far. If we refine the zone, it would be here, in my opinion. I would prefer it to be here, just above. Let me see. Yeah. All right. But we didn't break that low. We didn't break that low with a break and close. So price is not demonstrating that it has a hard intent to go lower. So if it's not doing that, I'm thinking it's going to go higher. That's it. That's my logic. And I believe we may mitigate further into this zone, sweeping these highs and coming close to your area of interest. Meet tallies. I hope you got a good answer on that. And you did it again, Omega. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. How are you doing this? Why are you doing it to me? Is the question. Get out of here. Just get out. Stop with the spam. Doggone you. All right. So Brandon Lee, Leslie, Trader X, Bill, Obey, thank you. Lockron, Bill, Qasim, Shukran Jazilan, and Brandon Lee. I got you. I'm looking at everybody in the list. Thank you for attending. Thank you for attending, man. I'll see you guys in the chat, and may profits be upon you today. And I'm going to shut the stream for YouTube off in a hot second if I can just figure out how to do it. I just don't understand why it's taking so doggone long. I can't get inside the studio for some reason. And listen, man, I'm trying to do what I can, man. I'm trying to do what I can here. And this thing is not cooperating. All right, I can turn it off from here. All right, thank you very much again, guys. Stop laughing, CW. I know you're laughing at me. Stop laughing, man. It ain't funny. But I'm glad to